Hey, what is up, guys? It is Skits coming back at you to talk about sound in Rainbow Six Siege. We're going to break down the three major dynamic modes available to you and how they affect what you are hearing in-game. My main goal as a content creator is to give new players a resource to learn, and to provide experienced players with some fresh reminders of the things they may get lazy or complacent with. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave some feedback for me in the comment section so I can improve for the next video. With that being said, enjoy. The first thing I'd like to address is volume. The entire video is under the assumption that you as a player are keeping your volume constant in all three modes. Changing your volume with one dynamic range setting does not offset your initial volume on another setting. Doing something like this is not going to benefit you unless you're just trying to hear something louder, and the following information will hopefully be a better explanation of how these dynamic ranges are different with volume as a constant. The three dynamic ranges available to you in Rainbow Six Siege are Hi-Fi, TV, and Night Mode. Now, before we dive into the explanation for each one, there are some important definitions we should go over first. The first definition is dynamic range. What is it, and how does it affect how we hear sound? Well, dynamic range is an automatic controller of volume through compressors and limiters. This is important because your dynamic range setting determines what sound stands out to you from ambient noise. Now, everything within your dynamic range will be affected by ambient noise. Ambient noise is the background sound pressure level at a given location. To break that down for you as a viewer, think of ambient noise as noise pollution. This will be the duration of a noise that can and will drown out other important sounds in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, how does dynamic range and ambient noise interact? Well, your dynamic range setting in-game is going to determine what sounds are prioritized through that ambient noise or noise pollution, and it is also going to affect how quickly you recover your sound through that noise pollution. Hi-Fi, TV, and Night Mode all give you different experiences with sound, and all have advantages and disadvantages. Next up is a breakdown of which dynamic range settings enable a player to hear specific noises through ambient sound. So, the three dynamic ranges available to you in your in-game settings are Hi-Fi, TV, and Night Mode in that order. I'm going to address the two settings with the most dynamic range and least dynamic range first. To begin, we have Hi-Fi. Hi-Fi has the most dynamic range. Sounds like gunfire and utility usage will poke through ambient noise easier with this setting. Night Mode has the least dynamic range, and will have sounds like footsteps and explosions poke through ambient noise easier. And lastly is TV Mode. The TV setting has a moderate dynamic range, and will have a balance between Hi-Fi and Night Mode. Again, each of these modes has pros and cons, and will have a significant impact on how players perceive sound while playing a round of Rainbow Six Siege. The length of ambient noise heard will be different with each mode, and which sounds poke through that ambient noise will be different with each mode as well. A great example of this is how long it takes for a flashbang sound effect to complete before you start hearing sound through the ambient noise of the flash. Your dynamic range setting also determines which effects will poke through that ambient noise. It all depends on setting and personal preference. I encourage everyone to go out and test the three dynamic range modes to determine which ones work for them. I have my preference, and I'm happy with the dynamic range setting I use. I think it's important for the growth of a player to understand as much as you possibly can about your game, and I hope this video helped. If you are looking for proof of everything mentioned in this video, I'll be linking a video in the description that breaks down each mode in detail. This video has research that compares and contrasts each mode in different scenarios. I tried to be pretty careful to not give any incorrect information from Tall Guy Films' video while also compressing it into a much shorter video with some content of my own for the voiceover. With that being said, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Good luck and have fun in your next matches, and I'll see you next time. And before you go, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more Rainbow Six Siege content.